beer, rum, and rock and roll. Saving rock, one conversation at a time. With Randy Legault and Beau Shiminsky.
Welcome to 2020, my brother.
Same to you, man. Yeah.
First show of this new decade,
Yes.
new year, all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Resolutions for you? Are you that kind of guy?
Normally I'm not, but I do have one this year, and it's very original. I want to lose a little weight.
That is very original.
Isn't it?
Yes. The fitness gyms have no trouble getting memberships in January. No.
And I don't do that. I just do my home thing, but nothing crazy. Wouldn't mind getting down to my wedding weight, which is about a good 10 down from where I am now. It creeps up on you, man.
Well, 10 is probably very doable.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm thinking you should have no problem there.
Here's my main motivation.
That might be.
Oh, this is not going away.
No, but maybe.
Food will.
I see. How much of that, I guess, maybe, but I don't know. You're not even that guy.
Health is not my motivation here. I have about 300 T-shirts in my collection.
Right.
A couple are getting a little snug.
Okay.
And I can't replace 300
Sign of the
T-shirts.
times. Yeah.
This is not happening.
Well, you can filter them down to me, see?
Right.
If you want to stay on your course, you know what I mean?
I'm good.
Yeah, you can. You can, and then just courier it over. Yeah.
I can't change wardrobes, man, so I got to... That's my goal.
That's
a minor goal.
That's good motivation.
And to be, less of an asshole, maybe. That's always a good goal.
One could hope. One could hope that 2020 brings some change. One could hope.
You're going to back me on that one?
I'm going to work with you.
Yes.
I'm going to be your trainer.
Help you, help me, help whatever. Yeah.
There's a lot of help coming my way, I think, if you stick to that plan.
How about yourself? Anything?
Yeah, I'm going to drop the cigarettes this year. I guarantee it.
Ooh, we've got a guarantee.
Yeah.
Well, this makes me happy.
It's long overdue. I've been thinking a lot about it.
There's no real...
Do you know Nikki Glaser?
Yeah, I know who she is. I'm not a huge fan. Small doses of Nikki.
Right.
Comedian we're talking
Yeah,
about.
but she used to be a smoker.
I could see that.
And she recommended this book.
Yeah.
And I'm getting into that.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Yeah, but I think I'm looking at every kind of motivation here.
Yeah.
Not just internal. So I'm going to drop the sticks this year.
Well, there's no real upside to it, is there?
Not at all. And I'm very aware of that, except for it's the way you feel after you have one or whatever, and the stress and all that jazz. But
have a shot of rum instead.
The liver would like a break. The liver would like a break too.
Which organ am I damaging less or more?
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
no
fine.
pressure, but you're the only friend of mine who smokes, so there's that.
Okay. Well, it's going to happen.
Awesome.
Beau's guarantee.
Okay.
100%.
I'm going to get leaner. You're going to get
cleaner.
Cleaner. Boom. And it rhymed. Awesome. Okay, dude. Let's get to rock news. Now, we're a little behind by the time people see this, but we need to talk about Neil Peart. Let's start the show on a real downer.
Bummer, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll read you the official press release, I guess you could say, or message from the band.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So here's what the band said. It is with broken hearts and the deepest sadness that we must share the terrible news that on Tuesday, our friend, soul brother, and bandmate of over 45 years, Neil, has lost his incredibly brave 3.5-year battle with brain cancer. We ask that friends, fans, and media alike understandably respect the family's need for privacy and peace at this extremely painful and difficult time. Those wishing to express their condolences can choose a cancer research group or a charity of their choice to make a donation in Neil's name. Rest in peace, brother. I mean, it's just sad as fuck.
Yeah, even hearing you read that, you could tell it's affecting you. And it's affecting a lot of people, man. Like, first off, he passed away Tuesday.
Yes.
They didn't release that till Friday.
Right, there's a few days went by, yeah.
No one knew that it was cancer related for the last 3.5 years. They were always saying something this or that.
Right.
But I could see why that was great. And that's why it's important, that.
They're not saying anything, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The saddest thing for me,
Yeah.
thinking about all this, is all the shit sadness that he had to go through.
It's such a piling on. Oh my God.
And if you don't know the Neil Peart story.
He was dealt some shitty fucking cards, man.
Wow. And
his wife dies. His daughter dies. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Now we're going to give you brain cancer to boot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real bummer, and it's shocking because no one knew anything. And again, their privacy was so tight-lipped, right?
Yeah, it's one thing if you die of old age.
Mm-hmm.
It's expected.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in your 80s, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Or you fuck up and OD. I mean, it's all tragic, but you can wrap your head around it. This sucks harder, right? When it's a guy who's 67,
And now he's kind of taken a step back to actually maybe, pursue some other things, just experience life without all the mess that comes with being a hugely successful international world-like band.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you do the math, they must have known while they were touring at the end there. That's what I'm
thinking about. 3.5 years. It was
because they're saying in carpal tunnel. Well, apparently there was more going on than that. So there's that.
Carpal tunnel was certainly easier to digest.
Yeah. And social media just lit up with fans and musicians. They're just the outpouring is just incredible. Right?
Hey, I love the drum solo you posted.
Pretty good, hey?
On the Beer, Rum, and Rock and Roll site there, or Instagram.
He knows his way around a kit.
Yeah. I love how he spins around and does other things, but you just couldn't stop watching, and that's a drum solo, man. That was pretty cool.
Love the band. It's just sad. Because in my mind, even though this is our last tour, there's always part of you that thinks, maybe down the road they might do something, or even Neil might do something like another Buddy Rich tribute, or who knows. But obviously none of that's going to happen, so it's just brutal.
Well, to Neil.
Yeah, to Neil, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Okay. Anything else we could talk about going into 2020?
Yes, let's
uplifting.
Change gears. I'm excited by this little piece of news.
Yeah.
Josh Klinghoffer, who I have nothing against.
Yeah.
In the Red Hot Chili Peppers as a guitar player.
Right.
For the past 2 albums.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's out. John Frusciante's back.
Right. I saw the news and it was pretty welcoming for me personally, in the sense that I loved that stuff when he was there, man.
Yeah, totally, right?
Yeah.
He replaced Hillel Slovak in '88, who OD'd on heroin.
Yeah.
And then they do 2 awesome albums, Mother's Milk and Blood Sugar, of course. And then he has trouble with heroin. He bails, can't handle the touring and shit. And then they do that one album with Dave Navarro, which people don't like it. I like some of it, actually. I mean, it was a dip for them. But the album is actually not bad.
Oddly,
One Hot Minute, it's called.
Oddly, he's not, and I'm not a huge Dave Navarro fan. I think he's got an attitude the way he plays, and I think it's legit.
Well, you like Jane's, so.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like there's some stuff I like.
Right.
I think maybe it's him more personally. I think, remember that show?
Rockstar. Yeah.
It's like Phil from Def Leppard. Too much skin.
You don't like the shirtless vibe.
Too much. I'm a poster, for this and that, and it's just not my thing.
I can see a bit of that, but I think he's all right.
I mean, I think he's fine.
He seems like a nice guy, and he's a rock geek like us. Like
sure,
but I see visually.
This is the thing, right? So I just kind of like a guy that can do that. I just don't know. You know what I mean? It's not my cup of tea. But.
Yeah. John comes back, and the career skyrockets. Right? They do Californication.
Yeah.
By the way, Stadium Arcadium, and then he quits again.
Yeah.
And then Klinghoffer comes in, and they do, like I said, 2 really strong albums. Like, they're good. I like them a lot. But when he comes back, their game just goes up.
So I didn't dig in too much as to the reasons why he came back. Does anybody know?
I don't know details.
No,
Zero.
Yeah.
But they're starting an album right away.
Because it's been his decisions to leave.
Yep.
There's
not kicking him out.
That's right.
No.
Right. So it's nice. Come on back, John.
Yeah.
We're ready for you.
So that's great news.
Good. Yeah. No, I was happy to hear that too.
Okay. I was interested to hear about this next bit of news, but it could go either way.
Right.
Kiss announced their 2020 North American leg of their upcoming tour,
Right.
David Lee Roth's opening. Okay?
I did not know this.
So Kiss has been, they've been on the road for a while now.
Yeah.
So they need some buzz.
Mm-hmm.
They need a kick, right? This is a good way to do it. At least Dave's a name. He's lead singer for Van Halen.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to open the North American leg of this 2020 tour. I think it's more interesting than the painter they had. They had this fucking painter opening the show. Kiss did.
Right.
Well, this is at least music,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's Roth. But I don't think it's going to put more asses in the seats. It just, you might show up a little earlier, check them out.
Right.
I don't think it's going to sell more tickets necessarily. Kiss seems to be doing okay without an opening act. So there's that.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get more, or even think they're going to get more asses in the seats from what I just saw at the start of his House of Blues residency.
Yeah, you took a look
Because
at that.
the videos out there, at least some of it, I don't know how much more there is. After I saw one clip, I was done. I didn't want to see any more. It felt like, he's just a caricature of himself. Yeah, it felt like an open mic night.
Right.
And he's just smiling away. Like the smile just, it's missing all that he was.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah.
And to think this is a way to start again or do it again at some sort of massive level that he's led on to believe it's going to be just blow your fucking mind, I was looking at the exit.
Right.
To Van Halen fans, which I am one, this was not anything what he led it to believe it was going to be, in my opinion. Guitar players sounded great. The band sounded great.
They did.
But they didn't have any flash. It didn't feel like, this big event. If Diamond Dave is going to come out and bring everybody the Van Halen catalog again with him at the front, it should be a little bigger than what I saw there.
Well, it can only be so big in a club like that. Like, I don't know what you think you're going to see at the House of Blues. Like, it's not that big. He had the threads on. He had the fucking...
didn't feel like David Lee Roth up there. It didn't feel like David Lee Roth up there, the way he was...
Well,
what did you think? Because I didn't dig it.
I got lots of thoughts. It's exactly what I expected.
Really, eh?
Because it looked exactly like he's done in the past 2 Van Halen tours. That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, I thought he would be going back to like a bit more of what Dave was.
I mean, he's in great shape, but he can't do that stuff. Those jumps and kicks and all that shit. He just can't do it. He's still in great shape. I wasn't surprised by what I saw.
Huh.
I'm not saying it was good. Don't get me wrong.
Vocally, couldn't hit many notes.
I was not surprised at all. And to be devil's advocate, which I like to do, if you went on YouTube right now and you watched Us Festival 1983, the singing is pretty much the same as what you saw at the House of Blues.
Well, he was never a great live singer.
Here's the difference.
Yeah.
He was in Van Halen, and he was David Lee fucking Roth in 83. Now, it's not Van Halen. The focus is completely on him and what he's singing.
Right.
So the microscope is fucking on him.
Yeah.
So the shittiness shines right through.
Right.
That's the difference.
But he invited this in saying, I'm coming back, David Lee. Like, this is the whole thing. It didn't live up to near the expectation.
He's the king of hype. Of course he's going to do that, right? But there was nothing about this that shocked me. It's not going to get me to Vegas, but if I was already there at something else, I'd go.
Yeah.
I would cave and go, there's no doubt. Because that's what people are doing. No matter how shitty it is, they want to see Diamond Dave 10 feet in front of them.
But Diamond Dave just smiling.
I know. And that
I just can't.
And that grin again, he's been grinning like that since 81. Like, there's no difference other than the focus now is, well, he's not a good singer. It's tough to watch. I'm not saying it isn't.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to watch.
No. What would help is if you got that Eat 'em and Smile lineup. If you had Vi and Bissonette and Billy Sheehan on stage, then the focus just isn't him, and everybody be going, this is fucking wicked.
100%.
Right?
And that's what I mean. We're watching this thing. It's like they sound great, but there's no pizzazz around them, right? You're saying the same point for sure. Is that, it was missing all that flavor.
Oh, it's tough. And the band is good, like you said, but they're no-namers.
Totally.
Like, there's the lead guitar players from Eruption, a Van Halen cover band.
Right. Guaranteed.
Great. And he can play those licks inside and out.
Yeah.
But they're just there. Everybody's there to focus on Dave, and that's the problem. Because, man, his vocals are so not good.
No.
Yeah, the set list is cool though. I mean, he does a bit of each.
What are they? Would you have the full?
He's done 2 nights.
Yeah.
As of this podcast, he's done 2 nights. And the set list is different a little bit. So You Really Got Me, Big Train, which is an obscure track from Filthy Little Mouth, which is a decent album, actually. His solo stuff is better than people think. Sidebar. Unchained, Just Like Paradise, Atomic Punk.
I like David Lee Roth's solo stuff.
I do too.
I like Vi a lot.
Yeah.
That has something to do with
He's
it.
on the first 2.
That's the 2 I'm talking about.
Dance the Night Away, Mean Street, California Girls, Tobacco Road, Jamie's Crying, Beautiful Girls, Panama, Ain't Talking About Love, Just a Gigolo Jump. And the second night, he extended the set list. He added Running with the Devil, Ice Cream Man, and Everybody Wants Some. Which is a
I love
song.
Ice Cream Man. I think it should be at every live show he does. It's
the guitar.
That is so Dave. Oh. It's so awesome.
And push-ups, too. And then he encores with Just a Gigolo and Jump, of course. This is all Dave's capable of.
Yeah,
he showed it.
And that's, too bad.
He showed it in 2011. It's too
bad. I thought it would be more. That's it.
Yeah, I was hoping it would be more, but not surprised.
Right.
Okay, more old dudes hitting the road.
Okay, who's on tour?
Cheap Trick, opening for Rod Stewart.
Ah.
Yeah. They're doing 21 dates, and Cheap Trick's a special guest. So July 21st in Cleveland, and then it ends September 5th in Chicago.
Good for them, because they shouldn't be playing, Cheap Trick shouldn't be playing 100 people at a casino in a hotel, in my opinion.
No. Like, I saw them here in front of 500. I loved it.
Of course I love it. Of course I love it, but
I'd rather see them there.
Yeah.
Selfishly.
Good for them. Good for them that they're going to be with that kind of caliber, which they are.
Yeah, and they're awesome. A go-to opener, too. Like, they seem like...
And that's what... Their music really gets the people going.
Exactly.
Perfectly well.
It really does, yeah.
Mama's all right. Yeah,
and people will be like, I know these songs. You know, even if you're not a fan, you're going to, remember.
Oh,
right?
You'll remember. And then you'll surrender.
Okay, I want to talk about one book really quick. This Pete Way autobiography. A Fast Ride Out of Here, Confessions of Rock's Most Dangerous Man. Now, on the positive, it's a great read. You know, it's fast, it's interesting, it's debauchery city.
I love the size of the book.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it came out in hardcover at one point, but
right.
And if you read it, I mean, the influence this band and him in particular had on Def Leppard and Iron Maiden and all these bands is through the roof, right? UFO just never really got their due for whatever reason. The X Factor wasn't quite there. But man, Steve Harris, the influence on him alone, like the way he moves on stage.
Right.
Like Michael Schenker, if you look at UFO live, he pretty much stood there, jammed that flying V into his right thigh and fucking wailed.
Yeah.
Incredible. Pete Way was the guy you're watching.
Right.
He's all over the stage like he's a lead guitarist.
Right.
Like he's incredible live, man. But man,
you can't chain down the animal, right? Like it's
dude, but the fucking drugs and shit.
Yeah.
I forgot this. You know that famous tour with Ozzy with Motley opening?
Right.
Motley was promoting Shout at the Devil.
Right.
And there's that debauched fucking tour. He was playing bass for Ozzy.
Really?
At the beginning of that tour. Yeah.
No shit.
Well, can you fucking imagine? Ozzy said he couldn't keep up to him. Couldn't keep up to Pete Way. The only, if there's a downside to the book, it focuses so much on the debauchery and the drugs and less on the music.
Right.
But it's fun to read. You know?
But you can listen to the music while you read the book.
That's
and
right.
Then you get both, right?
But, I want to go inside the studio and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
There wasn't so much of that.
But to them, that was like, for a guy like him especially, I'm assuming, the studio meant nothing. It was everything outside of that.
Well,
so, yeah.
He wasn't the best bass player in the world.
Sure.
But
he loved being in a band.
There's more.
Running around.
Exactly. He wanted to be in a live band.
That's right.
And that's where UFO shone.
So have you read this now?
Oh, yes.
Maybe I should spend a day with it.
Oh, I think you'll get a kick out. I know you're not a huge UFO guy, but I think you'll like the book. It's entertaining, man.
Okay.
I just have some random thoughts that stood out.
Right.
Do you remember Fastway?
Yeah.
So he and Fast Eddie started Fastway, but before that album came out, he bailed for whatever reason. So he's not in the band at that point. But he did start it.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. And then he formed a band called Wasted. Get it? Pete Way, Wasted. He produced Twisted Sister's Under the Blade album, their first album. Yeah.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Did you see, speaking of Twisted Sister, Dee Snider. You see his little video?
He put on the gear.
He put on the
for
gear.
Australia.
Yeah, for Australia.
That was cool, hey?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You know what? That's cool, man. Like when you got these guys that are going, what can I do?
Right.
That, of course, he's got lots of fans all over the world. But to don that was, that's the way I like to see D, man. Like I think.
And it still fit.
Right.
So good for him.
You got that in the next 12 months. You're going to show us how you do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's still got the hair. Like, it's crazy. That guy looks great.
They look great, and I thought what he did was cool, man. I thought that was great. So if you happen to be searching up Dee Snider, watch the video. It's cool.
That was cool. Here's the last stat, and this one is shocking. He's been married 6 times, Pete Way.
Right.
2 of his ex-wives OD'd. So that's the world he's in.
Trouble loves a companion, man. And
wow. Nailed it. Yeah. Totally, man. So there's some sad shit in there. But yeah, read it, man.
Okay.
It's rock and roll. You're going to like it as a book.
I'm in.
Maybe you'll become a UFO fan. Let's not get carried away. Baby steps.
Yeah. I mean, to each his own in that regard. Yeah. Okay, I got to go to my notes here.
Okay.
Because I got to fill you in on something that you may or may not know about, but it's...
Beau news.
This is fucking crazy cool.
Okay.
If I could do it, I would have been there in a fucking second.
What is he going to say?
Students at Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops, BC, Canada, were given the chance to take a course about the evolution of pop culture from 1954 to 84 from someone who witnessed it firsthand. Any guess who this might be?
Okay, music we're talking about? Musical culture? Or is he an actor?
Pop culture, but this
is
guy
it a musician?
No.
Not a musician?
No. But definitely involved in music.
Involved in music?
At the time.
Not a musician?
But he was very
54.
big in a band from, and responsible for a band from 63 to 67.
Oh, he was in a band then?
He was involved with the band.
This is the
from
trick.
63 to 67.
He's like a fucking manager or something.
You're now on the right path.
Okay. You got to give me one crack at it. I know you're going to be giving it away, but give me the band and let's see if I can get it. Will I get it for sure if you give me the band?
Sure. It'll be the Stones. So start there.
That Andrew Oldham guy?
Andrew Loog Oldham.
Yes.
The first manager of the Stones. And he's also signed and produced records with Rod Stewart, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton. I mean, this guy.
He's in Kamloops? That's crazy.
He's got a business partner that spends a bunch of time between the two, and he lives in South Surrey part of the time of the year. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's doing a course there for 100 students. There's 100 seats in this class. It's called Rock Dreams. Explores the evolution of rock and roll. And this is what it talks about. Your dreams don't have to be about rock. Hopefully what I discuss and the people I discuss, it will be applicable to what the student's life will become, whether they're a carpenter or whatever.
Right.
We're talking about people, and we're talking about how people engage with life, succeed, fall over, excesses everywhere. It's not just in music and entertainment.
Right. How old must he be? He's got to be fucking old now.
Yeah, well, but he doesn't look too bad. Like, I mean, he was a playboy. He was a monster. He was...
Surprised he's alive.
Oh, dude. But this guy's got stories, man.
Oh, I can imagine.
In Kamloops, being to
that
get
just seems
that
odd,
right? Cool. Though,
so they're obviously somebody is cool in Kamloops at that school, bringing him in. Then obviously, right? Is that how that works?
He knows somebody in Kamloops, and I guess somehow this thing went to
it's a connection of some sort.
I don't know. You know, it was
either way. It's cool as fuck.
Cool as fuck, right? Fun.
And he's legendary for sure.
For sure.
He's in all those Stones books we read.
He sure is.
For better
He's around.
For
He's
better
around.
or worse.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, that was cool.
Yeah, good one, man.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. There are worse things to learn in school.
Yeah, that wasn't the school I had. It was circus and hit parader.
Bring your reference materials in.
Yeah, that's right.
Circus and hit parader. Okay, it's documentary time.
Mm-hmm.
We watched a couple over the holidays. Mm-hmm. First one being Linda Ronstadt, The Sound of My Voice. I'll throw it to you and give me your thoughts on what you thought of it, man.
I was really looking forward to watching the doc.
Yeah.
because I knew she was a powerhouse vocalist. I knew this. I wasn't listening to her stuff and it didn't resonate with me. And I mean, I was well on a different path.
Sure.
Yes. Clearly. And you just watching and going, I mean, we all knew that the Eagles were kind of her band at the start.
Yes.
You know, these are the kind of things when you get into rock music and that kind of thing, you kind of get to know their past and you go, okay, so I already knew that connection.
Right.
But there you got Don Henley on the drums and Linda Ronstadt screaming it out. And man, she could sing. She didn't write anything, but she could sing.
Yep.
Oh, and I just love the story. I love hearing those stories, man. And I mean, all these guys went on to great things, you know, the people she was surrounded by. Definitely worth a watch. Oh, yeah. Again, super fucking sad, right? That, you know, that
you're almost waiting for it, hey? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I already knew what the sad part is, but if you didn't, it's almost like you're waiting for it.
See, and I didn't because, again, I really wasn't following her career.
Right.
I didn't do, again, when I get into this stuff, like either listening to an album that's new or a book or what, I want to know nothing going in.
But it was in the news and shit, though. It's hard to sometimes escape, right?
Again, I missed it.
Right.
I clearly didn't know.
Yeah.
So, you know, what's happening, and there it was, and it's a real bummer. You know, the thing you value most is the first to leave.
Right. And
leave you empty.
Yeah, Parkinson's, man, it's no fun. Yeah.
No
cure for that one.
No. But also that it really, the voice that she heard and relied on for all those years to have it, you know, go away.
Hits you right where you live.
And that's the emotional, heartfelt stuff for her, right? One of the most enjoyable things was her Spanish upbringing and the music she did that. And I could not believe how authentic and true to it, even though she was country / pop.
Right.
All of a sudden, this is coming out and it sounds so amazing. It's pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
I knew nothing, and I loved hearing it.
Yeah, I didn't know a ton either.
Yeah.
You know, my gateway into Linda Ronstadt was, Van Halen covered her song on Van Halen 2, You're No Good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know a ton about her either. Like, I've got her greatest hits, you know, in the collection there.
Yeah.
And so I know some of those songs, but it doesn't give me goosebumps or anything. But her fucking voice, I've got a new appreciation for her after watching it for sure.
Yeah, and the way she sang, it was almost like it didn't feel like she was really, you know, it's not like Tina Turner, you know, when it gets big, she's big. It was like this little frail, beautiful brunette is sitting there going, and it's just coming out.
And I just love her don't give a fuck factor. She did not care. She could have kept singing hits. No, I'm going to do a all fucking Spanish album.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right.
Like the genre she crossed, musicals, all that stuff. She did not care. She just wanted to do what she wanted to do. And you got to dig that.
Yeah.
The pressure from record company, they didn't want her to do that. But everything she touched turned to gold.
Well, they turned around pretty quickly when they saw what was happening, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. As a doc, I didn't love it though. Like as a doc. Like I did learn about her. I felt like it was a little slow. I think they could have snipped some out of it. It was just all people telling about how great she is and then showing how great she is. Give me something. Like she can't be fucking perfect. It was a fluff piece too. I mean, there's that.
It was.
I enjoyed it, but it was pretty fluffy.
Yeah.
Right? You know?
I think because I knew nothing about her that I was just really impressed to watch all of it, that I didn't feel that right away.
Grit.
Yeah. You like that shit.
Like she can't be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm guessing she's an executive producer on this. It's one of those deals.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to know who I slept with.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
She sang on Neil Young's Heart of Gold. Didn't know that.
Oh, from the doc I found that. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, another thing that was cool is the way she kind of championed other female artists. That was cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Prop them up. And because that was a man's world, man, in the 70s. Holy shit. Rock singer.
Yeah.
And you're a chick.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Yeah, there was only a handful, right?
Yeah. And she helped them. Yeah, overall, I dug it. I just wanted a little more grit. Like they touched on the diet pill addiction and some of those when she was going out with that politician. I just thought I wanted to go down that rabbit hole a little further. That's all. Instead of everybody saying how great she is all the time.
Right.
That's all. But I mean, overall, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, in closing, I just want to end with a quote from her.
Sure.
All right. Somebody asked her why she sings. And she says, for the same reasons birds sing. They sing for a mate, to claim their territory, or simply to give choice to the delight of being alive in the midst of a beautiful day. So the subsequent generations won't forget what the current generation endured or dreamed or delighted in. Isn't that nice?
It made me feel special inside, Randy.
So if anything, if this doc did anything, inspires people to maybe check out her music and appreciate what a fucking talent she was. That's really the long and short of it.
And believe me, she's got millions and millions and millions of fans. Like she
absolutely does. Yeah.
She was a voice of a generation, and you should watch it.
Cool enough for Van Halen to cover is what I keep coming back to. Good enough for VH, good enough for me.
Yeah. Well, the other doc we watched was Bruce Springsteen's Western Stars, which we reviewed the record.
Yes.
And again, we've talked about this slightly, as that I wasn't always a huge Bruce Springsteen fan, but this record really had an impact on me. And I really enjoyed listening to it. And I've listened to it a number of times since then.
Yes.
Which I really dig it.
Yeah.
So when I found out there was a doc about it, I was interested in how this was going to play out, because the whole album was very cinematic. That when they were going to do something cinematic with it,
what are they doing?
Wow, I was pretty keen on watching this.
Yeah.
But you go first, sir, on this. Set it up.
Well, like you said, it's a bit of a companion piece for the album, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. So it features a performance of the entire album, Western Stars, with a backing band used on the record. Makes sense, right?
Totally.
Along with new interviews where Springsteen reflects on his life and career. And it's co-directed by Tom Zimney, who also worked with Bruce on a documentary about the making of Darkness on the Edge of Town, which is my favorite Springsteen album. And it's fucking wicked. They were shooting footage in the studio, which always baffles me. Why are they doing that? But it's great. Like at the time, like way back then. Anyway.
I love to see that.
Dude, you will love this documentary. It's fucking fantastic. And he also was at the helm of the Broadway Netflix deal. So they've got a good working relationship.
They're comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unknown exactly when Springsteen filmed the concert scenes in the movie. Nobody knows exactly when it took place, but they take place in a 100-year-old barn on his property, right? Then there's family and friends. Be tough to get a ticket to that one.
Yeah.
Western Stars is the first album that Springsteen hasn't supported with a tour since 1982 when he released Nebraska, which is that recorded on a Fostex fucking 4-track acoustic job, right?
Right.
So he says, and I quote, "I was looking for a way to get some of the music live to an audience. And so we figured that this movie was the best way to do it." So that's the gist. So it's mostly, I would put a number on it, 80% concert in this barn, and the rest are little vignettes in between where he describes the meaning behind each song as only Bruce can. I mean, this guy can fucking talk, and his verbiage is insanely compelling, I guess you could say. Yeah, long story short, I fucking loved every second of this thing. Did you?
Oh, okay. Now, I'm just going to...
I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray and bring it in again and talk about it again.
I'm going to just say this, is that I love the fact that it wasn't just the live songs.
For sure.
Because I had done no research.
Right.
Except I did read one thing that says he performs all 13 tracks from or 11, 13, I can't remember how many songs.
Right, he performs the entire album.
He performs the entire album.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, but I want to hear him sing it, because I've been visualizing it, and I'm going, how is he going to present this?
Right.
He has got a way, and this is what I'm pulling from this thing. He has got a way to communicate it, even though sometimes I wish he did a little bit less, it downplayed it a bit more, because it seemed like he was working the script a bit to me on this.
I could see that.
Right?
Yep.
He was working the script a bit.
Yeah.
If he just talked, it would have been, that's my impression. But what he's saying is so paramount. It's so right on point on most things.
I hear what you're saying.
That I associate with him, and I love the visuals and all this that were outside of the live thing.
Beautifully shot.
Oh, the barn.
Oh my God.
Killer. All the equipment, 30-piece orchestra, in this barn which is a big fucking
Dude,
barn.
being an audio guy, this must have been tricky as fuck.
Well, it was just to imagine all the gear because they're shooting it too,
Yes.
right? All the things in there that there was maybe 20 people, 30 people clapping or whatever.
Yes, the making of I want to see.
Right.
If it's on the Blu-ray, please. Yeah.
But
Totally.
I immediately texted a friend of mine
Okay.
after watching it.
Yeah.
Or no, I talked to him the next day in person. I'm just saying, this made me think of you. And it made me think of a bunch of people, and it made me want to share
Right on.
what this guy's saying.
Yeah.
And again, the album, which we've talked about. So Jimmy
Yeah.
Tallheimer, longtime listener,
Dude.
watcher.
Yes.
Hope you got
Yeah.
a chance to watch it because it was so good.
Yeah. It's very cinematic, right? Like, and I think what do you mean when you're talking about Bruce and the script? It's almost like he was a character almost. Is that right? Is
Yeah,
that-
I wish he just spoke from the heart
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
that's just me. But what I
Yes,
did love,
but it didn't take away. It was so
no,
good.
no,
Yeah,
because I'm listening to the words and going, fuck,
Yeah.
emotional.
right.
It's crazy.
And you can be cynical, like it bookends with the shot of the hands on the steering wheel. And you could, if you want to be cynical, you think, oh, that feels a little forced or whatever. But I bought into every frame. Like,
Didn't matter.
Exactly.
I mean, the stories he's telling, the songs are just so written, so like little books that,
and that band.
yeah.
If there's it's all great, but of course you got to find flaws and stuff. Because it was so small, the piano player's fucking giving her, but the camera can't get there,
Yeah.
right? You're not going to see close-ups of his hands on the keys and shit.
Mhm.
So I guess on the positive, it made you're part of the audience as opposed to being on stage with the band.
Yeah, and it really wasn't there to showcase that
That's right.
at all.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah.
get, and I don't think anybody in the band's going, how come I only got 4 seconds on the fucking film, right?
Where's my time?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a companion album to this. So there's a live.
Oh, live.
Album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so I heard this song before I saw the movie, Rhinestone Cowboy.
Right.
Glenn Campbell at the end
Right.
was fucking perfect.
Right.
Like it made so much sense. And Glenn Campbell, like I got into him way late, forgetting what an incredible talent this guy is.
Mhm.
Oh, sidebar, that's an incredible doc. Have you seen that?
I was going to bring it up.
Oh,
Yeah, because
dude.
you beat me to the punch there, but that's again sad as fuck.
Super sad, but
But-
super good.
But super good. And again, a major talent that you
Oh.
got these mega stars like Bruce Springsteen giving these guys props.
Yep.
That's more than enough reason for you to go and search Netflix or wherever the hell it's
Yeah.
on and go watch it. It's fucking
Find
amazing.
that doc and go on YouTube and punch in Glenn Campbell classical gas. This motherfucker
Yeah.
can play guitar,
Oh
boy.
yeah, I remember learning that as a kid. It was
Unbelievable.
yeah.
He shreds.
Yeah.
Would you even call it a documentary? I guess it is. But whatever it is, it's great. Like, fuck.
I just
It's
glad there was
awesome.
something else to go along with that record.
Yes.
And something visual. Right?
Right.
I didn't want them to make videos of somewhere north of Nashville. My mind made a perfect video of that song for me in my head.
Right.
I'm good.
That's a good point.
But it was awesome to know
Yeah.
that there was something else that he wanted to do with it because
Yeah.
it was really groundbreaking to me
Yeah.
for the pure love of wanting to do it.
Yep.
And writing those songs that just really made you think.
And it was so non-E Street, which is what I like too, because we've all
100%.
heard that. So this
Sure.
is different and it's just great.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Two
And
great
like-
docs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both good. This
Yeah.
one I like much more than the other
Yeah.
one, but still.
Well, this was not quite the same. Like the other one
Yeah.
was more biographical,
Yeah.
which I think people need to know.
Yeah. I
Right?
wanted more behind the music.
I know. I know.
When
There's a series by VH1 that really took care of that for a while.
When's Linda going to OD on pills?
Yeah.
Wait for that.
Yeah. You're too motley of a crew.
Yes, exactly. The dirt ruined me. All right, man. We have some holdovers from 2019, new music-wise, that we want to blast through here.
Yeah.
Half a dozen of them, okay? Before we do some 2020 stuff, which I'm sure is coming up. It never stops.
New music, kids.
The rock never stops.
Yeah, over the holidays, spent a bunch of time.
I gave you some homework.
You did, and I love it. I love that about you, Professor Legault.
That's right.
Professor Legault holding his own course. Yeah, some of the stuff I knew was out there, but having a focus to go and check it out was great. So,
All right.
and I did do that.
These are in no particular order whatsoever.
No, let's just, you lead the path.
So we're starting with the latest Whitesnake release. He's laughing. I know where your review is going to be. Flesh and Blood, album number 14. Now,
Nuts.
I'll give you my brief history with Whitesnake. I fucking love Whitesnake. Those first 7 albums, love. Everything up to and including 87, I'm all in. After that, and the next one is Slip of the Tongue, Vai's in the band, so I'm hanging on. Steve Vai's in the band.
Right.
Hey, great.
Right.
But that album, it's pretty cheesy, and I couldn't really do it. I mean, live, you're still going to go. But that album didn't do it for me, and it just went downhill after that. I only saw them once back in the day, opening for Motley, right?
What tour would have that been?
Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
opening.
So it's on 86? Somewhere in there?
Right in there,
Yeah.
And I haven't seen them since. Till last year, they're at that festival in Grand Forks that I went to. They're headlining the Saturday, and finally...
You got to meet Coverdale. That was...
I got to take a picture with him. Thank you for mentioning that.
He's a great fucking singer, man.
Oh my God, and
was a great fucking singer.
He's still hanging in there. Anyway, it's been spotty after that. Let's face it, right? They did get back. 2011, they released an album called Forevermore, and Doug Aldrich was his guitar player, and that got some good buzz. Like Whitesnake fans were digging it. Here's my issue with any heritage band like this that has a bunch of music I love. It's hard to top that. When they release a new album, I'm always lukewarm even going in.
Yeah, and it's not even relatable to the times anymore.
Well, I don't mind that. It just can't compete for me. It depends on the band. If AC/DC is releasing a new album, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Judas Priest, I'm excited. Certain bands, Whitesnake, who's had, let me ask you this. How many musicians do you think have been in and out of Whitesnake since day one till now? Just take a guess.
I'd say 18.
40.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So this is part of the problem, right? Like it's David Coverdale and who these amazing musicians, all of them that he gets are killer.
Yeah. Well, Vivian Campbell's been in that band. Steve Vai's been in that band.
Keep going. Reb Beach, Cozy Powell, John Sykes.
Right.
Fucking, it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's part of the deal too, right? So he gets a new band together and it's just not quite as good as...
Well, Reb Beach is still in the band.
Reb Beach is in the band now. He's kind of the band leader.
Yeah.
And the band is killer. It's Reb Beach. Tommy Aldridge is back on drums, who's a fucking monster drummer.
Oh, yeah.
He still plays like he's 18. And Joel Orchestra from Trans-Siberian Orchestra, wicked guitar player. Like live, they're great. But new album, I listened to it. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of it. 87 Whitesnake, just not as good. So I'm not going to keep spinning it. I'm just going to listen to the old Whitesnake.
Yeah.
It's for better or worse, that's where I'm at with it, man.
I just find that when I'm listening to it, I mean, musically always been a very guitar forward band. It's the hooks, the grooves, the music, all of it is very much up my wheelhouse, big time.
Yeah.
But hearing him sing this record, and some of the lyrics, and some of the stuff, I'm just like, I can't. I mean, it sounds good.
You mean
I might throw this on again later when I'm cutting the lawn. You know what I mean? But that's about it. You know,
mean lyrically, hey you make me rock. Didn't really challenge you.
Yeah.
But that's Whitesnake, right?
Sure, slide it in. Like, okay, come on, right?
Exactly.
Like, you got that thing, but
Shut Up and Kiss Me.
That's the one that right away it's like, sorry, that's like, you're 68, you know, it's
he knows what he is, though.
I know,
that.
but this is my thing, was that I had a hard time. I like, musically it sounded great. I mean, they're great players. They still play great.
They are.
And they write rock
But it's
records.
just not as good as the other stuff. Is my problem. You know what's funny about the Shut Up and Kiss Me video, which I'll show a clip from, is they brought back the old Jag.
Oh, from...
Here I Go Again. And and Coverdale's got a
the
blue
jacket,
suit.
the suit. Oh, that's the suit.
It's
That's
not
right.
the suit, but it looks like the suit, but
Sure.
it is the Jag.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool, a little throwback, right?
Sure.
There's
Throwbacks are fun.
Yeah, there's
Throwbacks
no
are fun.
chick on the hood, however.
I mean, how many times did you stare at that? I mean, everybody was in love with her.
Tawny Katane.
Tawny Katane.
She's on the front of the first Rat album, too, for those of you
I
out
know,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
I did. Who is the girl on The Invasion of Your Privacy?
Oh, dude, I do not know.
I want to know who that was.
Yes.
'Cause I stared at that a long time.
Remember those little white socks? Oh, my God.
I'm going home.
I had to squeegee the front of my album. Too
much.
Hello.
Too much.
Hello.
Buddy. Too much.
Anyway, it's fun. It's big, dumb, fun rock, but it's just
Sure.
not as good as the old big, dumb, fun rock.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move
on.
Okay, another heritage band for me that is in this same category, even though they're The Who. And their new album's called Who, and it's their 12th album. But it's the same for me. I'm a double disc greatest hits Who guy. So when I listen to this, is it good? Yeah, it is. Feels a little retro, sounds like The Who, but I'm going to listen to the old shit. I just am. I just know that's what's going to happen, right?
I checked out the record. I always love what they do with their record names, like Who's Next, Who's
There's
This,
some
Who.
thought in there.
The simple Who was fun.
Mm-hmm.
They write Who music.
Yes.
They do. They have all kinds of different, just two of them. Yes.
The two do.
And it's all kinds of instruments, very produced to the Who kind of vibe.
Sounds like The Who.
Sure does.
Yeah.
What I do appreciate is that Roger sounds great.
Oh, dude. Look at the got goosebumps. Yeah, he sounds phenomenal.
For his age and new music.
On the curve.
Here's the exact opposite of what Whitesnake happened to be, right? It's like he sounds amazing. The playing's great. I read something about how they work independently for doing vocals and stuff.
Yes.
Pete and
which doesn't surprise me.
I could see that too.
I don't think they're doing
I
a lot
don't
of
want you
hanging out.
staring over my shoulder when I do my shit.
Right.
But
I'll send it to you when I'm done.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
And I get that. But it's a good Sunday record.
It is.
It sounds great. Lots of music, 14 tracks, something like that. Like they didn't just give you 6 and say, hey, we're mailing it in.
Not to nitpick, but there's 11, but still a lot.
Or 11, yeah.
Yeah. I love Townsend in that he does not give a sweet fuck what anybody thinks. Like that opening lyric. I don't care. I know you're going to hate this song.
Yeah.
I don't care. I know you're gonna hate this song. And that's it. We never really got along.
This is for hardcore Who fans.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sure.
If you're like me, where it's your greatest hits guy, it's just not going to do it for you. You got to be hardcore, man.
No, and there was hints of some old flashbacks.
Of course there is.
To Bubba O'Reilly and stuff like this on this record. It's all the stuff you want.
It is.
I just thought, it's a good, decent listen, and they put some new music and they sound great. So,
well, it doesn't suck by any means.
Nope. 13 years since their last record.
I was gonna say, since Keith Moon died in '78, it's only their 4th album.
Right. Sure.
It's all about touring.
What you do.
People want to hear those old songs. Back to
Sure.
my point.
Right.
That's what it is. So they tour and play the old songs.
Their generation wants to hear my generation.
Exactly. You're telling me when they tour, anybody wants to hear a new song off this album? They just don't.
No.
It's too bad because you're right. It is good. How about Ben Mott Tench on keys from Heartbreakers?
Right.
Pino Palladino on bass. It doesn't get any fucking better than that. I mean, it's great, but you got to be into the Who, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing else.
I got nothing else, but I did listen to it, like it. And I was really impressed with Daltrey. Holy shit. Because he's a guy that sings, man. He's a big singer.
He is. And he always has been, man.
Right. Oh, no question.
Man, he puts a lot into it.
He does.
Okay, moving on. Another old fucker. It's old fucker hour.
Good. I think we're going to see Ron Wood here.
Yes.
Are we going down Ron Wood's thing? Yeah.
Ron Wood and his Wild 5 live album called Mad Lad, a tribute to Chuck Berry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, do I love Chuck Berry? Absolutely. Do the Stones love Chuck Berry? Yep. Do the Beatles? Yeah. Who doesn't? So this is exactly what I expected it to be. That opening track is Ron Wood's tribute to Chuck. Mm-hmm. After that, it's all Chuck Berry covers. It makes me want to see him do this. Mm-hmm. That would be more fun. Mm-hmm. The standout for me, I don't know if too many people know who Imelda May is, but I definitely do. The first time I saw her was Jeff Beck's tribute to Les Paul in New York at the Iridium Club.
Oh, you saw it on video. Okay, you haven't seen her live.
Yeah, it's an album and a Blu-ray. No, I would love to see her live. Mm-hmm. She's a rockabilly chick. Yeah. And she has this rockabilly shtick, which her last album wasn't that. She kind of shedded that. But she's phenomenal. Just a great singer. And she's on 3 of these tracks, and they're my favorite ones. Wee Wee Hours, nailed it. Like, she's just awesome.
Oh, I enjoyed it. And there was a lot of hype about her being on this. It's funny how you got
her.
Beck that's played and done stuff with her.
Yep.
Ron, they like those colors and they appreciate that talent, man. And it's there. Such quick record, though. Man, it blew by in a second.
Well, Chuck Berry songs are only 2 minutes long.
Right? So it's like, And I get it.
You can have more of them, I guess.
I mean, Keith has been the most vocal of the Stones about his love for...
Well, he helmed that doc.
Right.
Hail, hail, rock and roll. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, you got this. And then Ron Wood comes out with this. But I get it. He's a big... Everybody was a fan of him, like you had mentioned.
Yeah.
Which I get. But I want to know, and I don't know if you know who the next... Because this is a part of a trilogy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So Ron Wood is going to do 2 more records on his influences.
Well,
this was Chuck. Yes, we will.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Right, another little different take on it. You know, it's cool.
A quote I read: Bob Dylan called Chuck Berry the Shakespeare of rock and roll. Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, those fucking riffs are indelible, man. And it's just fun. It's just a fun record.
Yeah, it's great. It's live music too. Yeah. It's again, there's that vibe to it all.
I wish there was an accompanying, concert Blu-ray to go with it. Is really what I was thinking. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I like Ron's voice.
It suits whatever he does.
It suits whatever he does. Sounds like Ron.
It's like Keith. They're both that way,
When I read this too, he did the cover art, being artsy guy.
He's Mr. Painter. Yeah, he's right into that.
Okay, man. So we like that one, especially Imelda May. Yeah. If there's a takeaway from this, look up her stuff. It's really good. Like if you like rockabilly.
Yeah, I've listened to a bit of it.
Oh, man. Yeah, killer singer. Okay, I'm going to give away my feelings on this next album right away because I fucking loved it. Black Pumas. Oh my God. Debut album. Okay, nobody knows, including me, who these fucking guys are. Brett Miles, longtime listener of the show.
Yeah.
Former coworker of mine.
Sure.
Texted me, check these guys out. And when certain guys say that, you listen, and he's one of them.
Yeah.
So I did. So I did a little research, and here's who these fucking guys are. It's 2 guys. Black Pumas are a funk soul duo from Austin, Texas, consisting of singer Eric Burton and guitarist producer Adrian Quesada. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. They're nominated for some Grammys this year, by the way, so they're hitting it right out of the fucking gate. I read this and laughed. It's like Sam Cooke, Neil Young, and Wu-Tang Clan in a fucking blender. It's basically what it is.
I didn't read that. Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Adrian recorded a bunch of instrumental music on his own. Right? Inspired by again, this is way out of my fucking wheelhouse, so when I say it, it might sound clunky. A guy in the Wu-Tang Clan called Ghostface Killah. Okay? This is his inspiration for this instrumental music that he's made. He just needed a fucking singer. This is the story. Mm-hmm. So the singer, Eric Burton's a fucking busker in Austin.
Holy shit.
On the fucking street.
Awesome.
That's who's in the band.
Awesome.
Fucking crazy, right? Now they've got 6 players for their show. The band is expanded, obviously, which is, you can see in the video. We'll show a clip from.
Sure.
I fucking love every fucking note of this album. I love it.
Oddly, I was the same way when I heard it.
Dude.
I could not get enough. I played it again.
There's no skipping.
No. Everything but it's him. I mean, yes, okay, all the grooves and the bass lines and the music is all there.
Yes.
But when I hear this guy sing.
Oh, my God.
I watched a YouTube video of Black Moon Rising, which is track 1 on this record.
Yeah.
His vocal sits like, 100% above everything, and you just feel every bit of this song.
And I ain't got nothing to do now, baby, with the black moon rising cruise.
Yeah.
And go down the list.
Well, Colors, that first single.
Colors, yeah.
I mean, with all my favorite colors, yes, ma'am. I got all my favorite colors right now. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors.
So, you got 10 tracks here that are just enjoy the ride that they're putting you on, man.
I mean, it just spoke to me, that whole 70s funk, soul, R&B vibe. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, I just love it.
Yeah.
And it's such a throwback. I can't wait for the next album already.
Sure.
Like, if that's the talent that's on the fucking street in Austin, what's in the bar? Like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like this, yeah, you're right. This guy is just incredible. Well,
he is the guy. Like that's him. And
get this fucking album.
mm-hmm.
Like if you don't get something out of it, you are not wired right.
And
man.
they've only been around for 2 years, so I'm expecting a few more things to come down the pipe.
Long.
Yeah,
yeah, right.
Yeah, or 2.5.
I'm not shocked you liked it. I mean, it's just incredible.
I loved it. I did.
No fucking stiffs is what I wrote down.
Yeah, no, it is all good.
In my last thought was that I wrote down, it's so fucking good. I wonder how they're going to top it on the next one. Like, it's that good.
Right. But I see it, man.
You know?
I'm looking forward to the next shit they put out. Or see them.
Okay, thumbs way, way up on that one.
Black Pumas, kids.
Oh, get it.
Do yourself a favor.
Run to your computer and download it, whatever the fuck you want to do. And now for something completely different. I've been listening to these two guitar players for a few years now.
Yeah. I heard of them a number of years ago.
You have, hey?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They first came to light. They did a cover of Orion off Master of Puppets.
The Metallica thing, yeah.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's Rodrigo and Gabriela, and their new one is Metavolution.
Metavolution.
6th album. They used to be a couple. Now they're not, I guess.
Oh, they broke up?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're friends now.
Because they met each other when they were like 15.
That's right.
Or something.
Yeah.
And I think she even joined, he had a heavy metal band.
Oh, they're metalheads. For sure.
Right. And he had one, and he didn't think one of the guitar players was good enough.
Right.
So he knew her, like they knew each other since they were young, and brought her in.
Yeah.
It was like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they're total metalheads.
Yeah.
But
let's do it acoustic.
What they do with acoustic.
2 acoustic guitars, and percussion. They're hitting them. Like
she does a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like he's a noodler and
right.
she does a lot of that.
Yeah.
And that's a real gifted talent.
Really
man.
cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I knew you'd dig it too because you're a guitar player, obviously. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, they're from Mexico.
Yeah.
And then they moved to Ireland.
Yeah, weird. I thought that was
for
weird
years,
too.
and then I think now they're back. But you go where you get some traction, I guess, right? And they did a cover of Stairway too, which is cool. And they did Battery recently. Have you heard that?
No, but I like the track. I love the track.
Right?
So,
think of that acoustic. Like, it must have been a challenge. It's more of the same. This is barely an album, actually. You take away
I think there's like 6 or 7 tracks.
There's 7 tracks, and one of them's 18 minutes long. It's Echoes by Pink Floyd, which is fucking cool. Did you like it?
Oh, I loved all of it.
It's so minimal.
Right.
Like, you could hear them scratching the fucking strings. I really dig it. I mean, you're not going to sit there and listen to these guys all day long. If you like guitar-driven type stuff, it's cool.
You put that stuff mixed in with some other things, and everybody's going to have a sonically pleasing afternoon listening to some music, because it's exceptionally talented players.
They really are. Yeah.
Feeling the music they love, but presenting it in a way that is almost a bit more palatable for some people.
Right.
Right. It's not so distorted and aggressive and
that's a good point.
And noisy.
Right.
It's noisy in its own way.
Yep.
But it's a color that you don't really associate with that style of music, which is very cool. And they're very talented.
Man, they're good. It'd be fun to see.
She's a good-looking girl too.
Yep, that doesn't hurt. That never hurts.
No,
they'd be fun to see live too.
Well, I watched a bunch of videos of them playing.
Yeah.
And that's a treat in itself. So
yeah.
Whether you're listening to music or just go watch some YouTube stuff, because these guys are just that talented.
Yeah, they got it going on.
Yeah.
Okay, we both like that one too. Hey, how are we supposed to? We got to fight. It's about something here. We're not going to fight about this next one either. The last one. We're on the 6th one already. We're going to talk about Clayton Bellamy and the Congregation, their debut album, Welcome to the Congregation.
Right.
Now, the name Clayton Bellamy, rang a little bit of a bell, but not much. Like, this sounds kind of familiar. Who is this guy? But he was in a country band called the Road Hammers. It was kind of a country rock band and had big success in Canada. And Clayton decided, hey, I want to do something else. And this is what this is. And it's completely different. And I fucking love it.
My first introduction to the Road Hammers was with my wife because she was working on one of their videos.
Yeah.
She designed the set. These guys were talented dudes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the success that this band was going to have.
Well, I'm not a country guy, so I had no idea.
No, but
right?
they what was the thing? They are the most decorated Canadian country music band in history.
Yeah, the biggest selling Canadian country music band in history. Yeah.
So this guy, Clayton Bellamy, is part of this.
Yeah. Well, what happened for me was our mutual friend, Reed Shimizawa, who's been on the show, he plays guitar for him now. So I'm like, that's what's piqued my interest. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go check this out. And I did. And the concert was great. But I'm going to give you the quote right off Clayton's Facebook page on what this band is. Born out of the belly of the South in the blackest swamp in the Delta, baptized in rock and roll and bathed in the truth, covered in the holy spirit of voodoo magic, raised to do one thing and one thing only, deliver the good news of peace, love, and rock and roll, and raise up the people of the world to join the congregation. And when you see these guys live, that's exactly what it is. He's like a rock and roll preacher. And it's fucking horns, keys, bass, drums, background vocals. It's a huge band elevating music to a fucking level of positivity and fucking rock that's just wicked. Did that make sense?
Yeah, totally, because
it's awesome.
I love the idea that he has a scope to this project, that he's kind of creating an environment in a kind of its own special place, right? It's just not that common. Although when you think of church and music, even though I don't get the sense that this is about God or about Christianity or anything, and
it's
nothing
the church
like
of rock and roll, man.
It's the church of rock and roll, so I'm not going down that road. I'm just saying, but when you associate it with church and music, it's this uplifting, you think of Southern music in churches down south, I mean, it's the whole place is hopping, dancing, singing, screaming, laughing, crying, whatever.
It sounds big.
And you want to be a part of that. You want to physically be there. And that's the power of this music, man. I mean, I know they're putting out a record, but that's the shtick.
And for me, I love that big sound and those big bands, and it's got the rock guitar in there heavy. It's got everything I like all mixed into one. It's really good. And he sells it hard, man. Like, he's good on stage. Yeah, I want to see them again. You know?
Well, I missed that one. But I did listen to this record.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're reviewing a show.
But I'm going to go to the record now.
Let's talk about the record.
Let's go there.
Yeah. Standout tracks, again, at the core, I'm a rock guy, so Super Love and Rocks, these types of songs, I'm going to like immediately.
And it's only because I need your love. Your super love. Your super love. Your super love.
But it's, you know, stuff like The Healing that really pushed it over the cliff for me, in that it's a well-rounded band. It's not just rocking out. There's this mellower, powerful...
There's ebb and flow to the album.
Ebb and flow to the album. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ebb and flow to the album.
This is your
And again, I hate to keep coming back to the live thing, but when you listen to this album, at least when I did, the first thing I thought of was, oh man, live, this is just going to be so much better.
Right.
Because you're going to have a crowd there and it's going to sound even bigger, right? It just has that sound to it. I loved it.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a song on it I don't like. I don't love them all the same, but there's not a stiff on the album, man. I like it a lot.
No, I enjoyed it. His vocals are great.
Yeah.
One track you didn't mention, but Undercover Lover.
Yes.
Oh, man.
I can't mention them all.
No, but that one to me was a big standout for me. some of the lyrics really were well thought out and crafted.
Yep.
Felt that on this record.
Yep.
Which I appreciate a lot. Some people aren't lyric driven. They're just all about the music. And
well, I'm definitely music first, but the lyrics come into play for sure.
But some don't play that big of a role, but to me they do, personally. And when I feel that thought was put into it, along with some great music, it's just, extra power.
And you're right. Thought was definitely put into the lyrics.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oddly, the record didn't really set into me until tracks 6. 6 on down, I was all in.
Right off the top, the Church of Rock and Roll, I was in immediately.
I knew the first track would be kind of setting the tone.
Oh, yeah.
But I felt like, I got into this record kind of halfway through. And then I really got into it. Yeah.
The album's great.
It is.
I don't know what else
he's
to
a
say.
great player and a great singer and a great entertainer.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Hey, I'd rather listen to this than the Roadhammers every fucking day of the week. That's me. That's where I'm at. Get it. Go see them.
Yeah. And this guy lives and breathes this shit, man. He's hardcore, right? Like
It feels... I like to think I got a pretty good bullshit detector, right? And it feels real. Like, it doesn't feel like, I'm going to try this and see. Like, it feels like his heart is in this fucking thing.
I just think there's either it's his heart or it's a realization of a void that spoke to him, like something he loves and he's not able to get it.
Now he's getting it.
Because he's producing and providing it, right?
Well, that's interesting you said that, because I was also trying to think, it's just human nature to want to compare things. And I couldn't really find a comparable, like, who sounds like that? Like, you little touches of fucking Joe Cocker and Black Crowes, but I'm talking like nothing as a body of work, nothing really sounds like this, which is really cool, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and he's got a mix of things. Like, I heard Lenny Kravitz on one of the tracks there, and I heard this and that. Everybody's got their inspiration, but
overall,
then
who's
put it
doing
into that under that umbrella that he's doing right now, which is very much more inclusive.
Welcome to the congregation.
Right.
Okay, man. Well, those are some really...
Yeah, there's some great music to listen to, man.
There really is,
I hope those of you out there have some time. Check some of this stuff out.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Okay, brother.
Great.
That's it. That's all.
Okay. Till next time.
First episode of 2020.
Rock on, kids.
Peace out.